Home run derby predictions. Pete Alonso back in it. A lot of new faces, I'd say, this year.
Should we do like by matchup, or do you
Yes.
want to do just overall?
We'll do the bracket.
Okay.
So
'Cause I actually have mine.
How many
filled out.
years do you
eight
think
challenge-
Alonso is going to be competing in this? Do you think it's going to be like an every year thing?
every year he's invited, he'll be there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
was gonna
seems
say,
to
I think-
enjoy it, and as long as he's kind of up there as one of the top home run hitters, and he gets invited, I feel like he'll be participating.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think every year that he's an all-star, I think he'll take a shot.
Mhm.
Would not surprise me in the least.
Okay. So we have one.
You don't have to be an
Two.
all-star to participate in it anymore.
Well, no,
No.
yeah, we saw that a few years ago
I
with
remember
Vladdy.
I went to the one at City Field, and I was like, "Who's this guy Cespedes? He's
Who
not
is
an
this
all-star."
guy? Little
He
did we
ended up
know.
winning it.
And then a few years later, you guys couldn't find him.
Well, no. Okay, relax. He stole our smoke machine and ran away. Who steals the team smoke machine?
After he got hurt
He
on like
does.
his ranch or whatever.
He fell into a hole dodging a
Yeah.
boar. He was in the World Baseball Classic and left the team. Like, is that just his thing to,
He was a character, to say the least.
I love to play 3 games and then disappear into thin air. I'm Yoenis Cespedes. It's just absurd. But okay, matchups. 1 seed is Luis Robert. I'm gonna go with right now. 2 seed Pete Alonso. 3 is Mookie Betts. 4 Adley Garcia. 5 is Randy. 6 is Vlad. 7 Julio. 8 Adley. So I'd like to say there's 4 new competitors. This is Robert's first, Adley's first. I think it's Adolis's first and Randy's first.
Yeah, and then everyone else has done it at least once.
Yeah.
Yep.
So matchups. Julio Rodriguez versus Pete Alonso is the star matchup for the first round for me. It's Robert
I'm
versus
shocked they're putting that in the first round.
Well,
yeah, I'm kind of shocked.
okay.
too.
It goes off of how many homers they have.
Okay, so the seeding is specifically just off number of homers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So Luis Robert.
Honestly, I
Robert.
had no idea. I was not paying attention to how Luis Robert got into the 1 seed until like
Louis
last
Bob.
night. But
I mean, Judge got hurt, and then
Yeah.
we saw Otani take off, and now Otani's hurt.
Mhm. But they would
But-
never do that. Well,
No.
Judge.
Otani,
has-
Otani did it last year.
yeah, he kind of sucked at it though. I'm gonna be honest.
Two
Last
years
year was also his worst hitting season in 3 years.
2 years ago in
Between
21.
last year and this year.
All right.
He was bad.
yeah,
Yeah, but Luis
Yeah.
Robert is so effortless in his homers.
Dude literally can just take a little hack and it just goes 450 to
La
center.
Pantera. But I think he smokes Adley Rutschman.
yeah, I kind of
Yes,
agree
yeah.
there.
I feel like average.
I actually think Rutschman has just a more consistent swing.
What do you mean?
I think Robert will hit further ones, but I think Rutschman will hit more. I think he'll beat him. I just think he has a lot more consistent of a swing.
There's
He's not
Andrew
going to be
Fletcher.
overly aggressive.
I don't.
Santa Maria.
I could see either of them winning because when you look at it, it all depends on whoever's throwing the ball to them.
That is true, yeah.
Well, I would hope it's anyone that can just throw the ball over the plate.
You say that, but there are
Oh,
times.
The guy who threw to Alonso, was it last year or 2 years ago?
Oh my
Just
goodness.
couldn't spot.
2
That
years
was
ago.
Painful. Was that the first? I know the first one he won. That was like yelling
was
at my
perfect.
TV.
No, it was
at
perfect.
first. Well, I think later
The second
on when he
one.
won.
So
but
the
like,
first one, it was
Dave
close.
Joust.
Dave Joust
Dave
is a
Joust.
legend. The second one, he absolutely smoked it. He was amazing. And the
Oh,
third
yeah.
one, he kind of sucked.
Yeah,
That's why he's gone. No longer coaching the Mets. But
yeah. I think it's like his little league or high school.
His
coaches.
travel team coach from middle school.
he's going to
Okay.
be terrible. I'm sorry. Moving on to that matchup, I think Julio Rodriguez is going to be Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I agree there. I think Julio's hungry for a chance at a Derby title after
In
just missing
Seattle.
it last year, especially in
Yeah,
Seattle in
he's
front of the
gonna
home
have crowd
fans.
behind him.
He's
I
the
gotta
hometown
go with
hero right
Julio, too.
Wait, there's no way we're all agreeing Pete Alonso is getting first rounded.
I mean, I'd like to see him win. Honestly, I don't know.
How many home runs has he hit since he came back from injury?
That's
Not a lot.
Yeah, I
Is
think.
he, so do you think his swing is fully back?
I mean, that's
I
what
mean,
the
he's
Derby's
not
for.
Really doing anything.
He's not doing anything, but it's the home run derby. You can't really mess up when a guy's throwing 55 down the middle. But there's no.
If anything, I think it's going to go to a swing off between the two. I
Mhm.
think
That
you're
would
going
be
to see a
cool.
swing off And then I think Julio just edges out Alonso for it.
Andrew, so you think Julio is going to win first round, Andrew?
Yes.
Brady, you too?
I think so.
I'm going to go the other side because all of you are, I can't let it be a 4-0 opinion against Pete Alonso.
All right. I respect it.
I can't.
But would you put a FanDuel on it?
I legally can't bet.
I forgot.
I don't exist in the eyes of FanDuel. That's a side joke. I tried to sign up and they couldn't like identify if I was actually a human being with my social security. I don't know. I can't legally gamble, so I would not put money on it, Andrew.
Are you a robot? I guess I am.
Maybe I am.
Honestly, I didn't really want to be the only one, but I was thinking Pete too. For winning round one. I'm also a little bit biased, obviously.
Well, you can't be flip flopping like I am.
No, I know. I was
There's no room
thinking
for
Pete
two
from the beginning.
flip-floppers. Okay.
I just
With me, I've probably just seen more of Rutschman play than Robert. That's probably why I will go Rutschman. But as a Yankee fan, I've seen him play a lot, and I know he's good. I know Robert's good too. But Rutschman, I think, has proven more over a long period of time. Even though he's only pretty much a 1 full year in now, he hasn't skipped a beat since when he got called up. So I think he's got it in him to at least take it into the second round.
Yeah, him and his 11 homers going crazy.
I'm never good at predicting these things either. So whatever I say will
The fact that
probably
Albert
be the
Pujols,
opposite.
side note, Albert Pujols won around last year, so you cannot assume anything. Juan
It's
Soto won it.
because Kyle Schwarber sucked in that first round.
Kyle Schwarber is
He was booty.
Mhm.
It was bad.
okay. Mookie Betts versus Vlad.
I actually have Mookie for this one. I think
I'm
gonna
looking
go
at
with-
Brady. I don't want to assume.
I think I'm gonna go with Vlad.
Andrew?
It's tough because I love Mookie as a player. He's one of my favorite players to watch, but I think Vlad is more of a true home run hitter. But Vlad did hit, what was it, 96 a couple years ago. I think I got to go Vlad.
Okay. No, don't assume I'm going to say something crazy every time I say okay. As long as it's not in the Rogers Center, it's going to be Vlad. Because he has insane oppo power. He hits the ball on a line, so he'll have more time to hit more out. And not to mention he was kind of robbed when he had that swing off with Jock Peterson. So he's back with a vengeance. Maybe this will help him actually hit homers in real games, help my fantasy team out. But yeah, I think Vlad has got this one. So you're the only one with.
the only one with bets too.
So we have Luis Robert, then Julio, Vlad. Now Adolis Garcia versus Randy Arozarena. I'd say similar swing type.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say similar player if anything, but
I think more power in Adolis, but
yeah,
I think their swings are the same. They like to pull the ball.
I'm gonna say Garcia on this one.
I got a Rosarina.
'Cause
Any specific reason?
I mean, I think a Rosarina, if he just wanted to be a home run hitter, he probably could be, but he has the tools to do a lot with the bat and just put the ball in play. So he's not going for a home run every time. I think Garcia is more of a true home run hitter, but the fact that they have very similar home run numbers, despite a Rosarina being more of a well-rounded player, I think a Rosarina, if all he wants to do is hit home runs, he can do it at a higher rate.
This one, I have no idea. I think I'm gonna go Randy, but
Mhm.
to be honest, I could see it going
Should I flip a coin?
either way.
I'm gonna flip a coin because
on
there-
a live broadcast for flipping a coin. All right.
Yeah.
I've also seen a Rosarina play a lot more than Adolis Garcia.
Andrew, you need to start watching more games outside of.
I watch a lot of games. It's a state fact. I've seen a Rosarina play.
I will
more.
say though, if a Rosarina does win the round, it'd be pretty cool if he does his little Randy pose at the end.
Oh yeah,
That would be
Okay.
pretty sick to see.
the quarter is in thumb, ready to go.
Heads Garcia, tails of Rosarina.
You're calling it?
Yeah.
Heads Garcia, tails of Rosarina.
There you go. As he,
Oh, I dropped it.
as he drops the coin.
Heads.
Garcia.
Garcia.
There you
So
go.
it's 2-2. 2-2. Honestly, I was going to choose Garcia anyway. But
yeah, make it more interesting.
yeah, more power, more RBIs.
And
More
plus, you
ability
also
to
have
pull
to
the
think
ball.
about it too is that Garcia also plays more at what is it, T-Mobile Park? Is it?
Globe Life? Globe Life. is
Well,
Texas.
well, no,
That's
I'm
what
saying
it's
for
called now.
Seattle,
Oh,
he visits there as more of a
Yeah.
of an away player in the past, so he knows the dimensions of that field.
I think that means nothing.
Well, yeah, but some players,
When the lights come on,
Yeah,
the
I
players.
I know, but
he does have
some
more
players
experience, but I feel like in the home run derby too, it doesn't
doesn't
Right.
really.
matter as much. But
I'd
You never
I'd
know.
like to think it does, but that's my own hot take.
What's going
Thank
on?
you,
Garth?
Garth, for joining us. We appreciate it. Hope we can make your work experience a little bit better than what it maybe was before you hopped on.
Should I put like a background up of the beach to make you more jealous? That's like sand and trees and water, sharks too, because there's been a ton of sharks, especially during this 4th of July
yeah,
week.
I've heard a lot about that.
We are live from the Wave Studio.
And we
Are-
are sharks and shark alums, so
Yeah,
it works.
bite down. No, fins up.
No,
It's
now
fins
it's
up,
bite
bite
down.
down.
It used to be
Bite down?
fins up.
Okay, cool.
because the Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, right, is fins up.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Did we get
changed
we
it.
got copyright striked?
No, it just didn't really work well. I remember I wrote a news story about it freshman year, like a couple months in, and then I think it was the following year they got rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Go
So
figure.
I'm gonna go with the.
I think it's
conspiracy
just a
that we got
coincidence. I don't
copyrighted.
think anything I said had any value.
Don't say that. You got the entire baseball team against you. That's a story for another time. Good old COVID. But okay, we're gonna reseed based off mentally what we have. So Luis Robert and Julio will be facing each other, and then Vlad and Adolis Garcia, because I'm gonna choose Adolis. So who wins between Luis Robert and Julio Rodriguez and Adolis Garcia and Vlad? Let's start with the I feel like the easier one.
Yeah, let's go with the easier
Garcia
one.
and Vlad.
Vlad.
I have Vlad too.
Vlad,
Yeah,
Andrew?
I think Vlad beats pretty much whichever one it is. Yeah.
Mhm. But on the other hand, Luis Robert and Adley Rutschman. No, Julio.
Okay.
Should I pull out the coin again? Because nobody's gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you could kind of go any way with that matchup, honestly.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Julio Rodriguez is gassed from the insane first round battle he has with Pete Alonso. Therefore,
I could see that actually.
he's
possible.
not washed, I'd say, but he's tired. And therefore, Louis Bob storms in with a vengeance and defeats Julio Rodriguez in Seattle, crushing the hopes and dreams of the Mariners.
Nah.
I mean, if you think
He
about
was quick
it,
to shoot that one
He goes,
down.
Nah.
if you think about it, it's kind of like how last year Rodriguez hit all of those home runs, and then by the final round he was gassed, and that's how Soto ended up winning.
What's up, Freddie? How are you? Hope you're having a good Thursday. Almost Friday, so that'll be fun soon. 4th of July week. Talking about Joey Chestnut. I have a conspiracy theory with Joey Chestnut, but that's another story.
That's another show.
That's another show. When we're out of baseball talk, but let's continue moving on. So, who you have Julio winning, Andrew?
Yes.
I guess for the sake of the hometown hero, I'm gonna go with Julio. Again, you could.
You're
go either
always
way.
the deciding factor.
Yeah. Who'd you say?
I said Louis Bob. Coin? I have the
Honestly,
coin.
Yeah,
I put it back in my
'cause
wallet.
I was thinking maybe your theory. I've seen you. We kind of seen that before, whether that's actually the case or not. But like, in an intense, like high scoring battle in the derbies, sometimes the next round the guy doesn't have it.
Mhm.
I also feel like Luis Robert, despite being the 1 seed, some people might look at the guys that have kind of been in the derby before as the favorites, and I feel like he could, kind of pull off and like upset, I guess. Like,
so who is it?
No, yeah, I'm saying I'm gonna stick with Robert.
Okay. Oh,
So
my
even
gosh.
split.
Hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 2.
Bro, I pulled out a coin.
No, it just shows me websites. Flip a coin,
All
Anthony.
right,
Wait, you got it? Is a camera?
guy right here.
Okay, he's got it.
Heads for Julio, tails for Robert.
Give me tails. Give me tails.
Tails.
Let's go.
So Robert, it's gonna win. if
Let's
it goes
go. 2-0,
Yeah.
baby. Okay. So we have Vlad v. Louis Bob.
on. Vlad.
Vlad.
I think I got to go Vlad.
You
I'm
lose.
not high on
Going
Luis
with
Robert. I
Vlad.
really don't think
He
he's
loses.
getting anywhere. I really don't think Luis Robert is getting anywhere. Whichever
Why?
I had him losing in the first round, so I'm gonna say he's losing every round that you guys got him for.
Why are you an anti-Luis Robert fan?
Because he's Adley a Rutschman lover.
Because I think Rutschman's a very fun player to watch, and I think he's gonna be able to. I don't think he's gonna win the entire thing, but I think he's gonna have a really good showing.
If Adley somehow beats Louis Bob, would he proceed to
Can't
beat
take him
everybody
serious.
else?
Nah,
So you still think
I didn't say he's gonna get far. I said he's gonna have a great showing. That's not the same thing.
a great showing of one round?
If he has a great showing of one round and has a competitive second round with a very high count for both guys, I would say that's a great showing. Is it
I
not?
disagree. I disagree.
So
Nobody-
if there's if there's a 20-something homer first round between two guys and the other guy loses but he has the second highest total, that's not a good showing?
No, it isn't. Because you didn't prove you could do it more than one round. And that's what I'm a believer in.